Hello everyone, Silencium here, and today we are going back to one of the most influential football anime ever made, Captain Tsubasa, from its classic 1983 to 1995 era. The story began as a manga created by Yoichi Takahashi, who became fascinated with football after watching the 1978 FIFA World Cup, and wanted to make the sport exciting for Japanese readers when football was still relatively niche in Japan. The first television anime was produced by Tsuchida Production, directed by Hiroyoshi Mitsunobu, scored by Hiromoto Tobasawa, and broadcast on TV Tokyo from 1983 until 1986 for 128 episodes. It follows young Tsubasa Ozora, a football-obsessed prodigy who dreams of becoming a great player and winning the World Cup for Japan. His friends and rivals include goalkeeper Genzo Wakabayashi, gifted partner Taro Misaki, and fierce striker Kojiro Hyuga. The anime became more than a simple sports show. It turned football matches into dramatic battles of willpower, where impossible shots, desperate saves, injuries, and rivalries could feel as intense as any action series. 4 animated films were released between 1985 and 1986, and in 1989, the story continued through the 13-episode OVA series Shin Captain Tsubasa, directed by Osamu Sekida. In 1994, the franchise returned with Captain Tsubasa J, animated by Studio Comet and directed by Hiroshi Fukutomi. That version retold part of Tsubasa's childhood before moving into newer material, and it ran for 47 episodes until December 1995. Fans still love classic Captain Tsubasa for its enormous ambition. Tsubasa does not simply want to win a school tournament. He dreams about Brazil, professional football, and eventually the world stage, giving the series an inspirational quality many viewers carried into real life. The franchise has been credited with helping popularize football culture in Japan, and its influence reached far beyond anime fandom. Professional players such as Hidetoshi Nakata and Andres Iniesta have spoken about the impact Captain Tsubasa had on their relationship with football, and the series became beloved across Europe, Latin America, the Middle East, and Asia through international broadcasts and localized names. Fans also love the rivalries. Hyuga is not just an enemy to defeat. He is a powerful contrast to Tsubasa, driven by pride, hardship, and aggression, while Wakabayashi turns the goalkeeper position into something almost heroic. Misaki and Tsubasa's partnership gives the show a warmer side, showing that individual brilliance can become even more beautiful when two players understand each other perfectly. Its soundtrack, narration, and famous super shots add to the nostalgic charm. Even non-football fans can understand the emotional language of training harder, refusing to surrender, and chasing an impossible dream. But the classic anime is also easy to criticize, especially for modern audiences. Matches can be extremely long, with a single attack stretched through repeated reaction shots, internal monologues, and slow-running sequences. The pitch sometimes feels endless, and players appear to sprint for an absurd amount of time before reaching the goal. The football itself is intentionally exaggerated with acrobatic techniques, impossible jumps, and shots powerful enough to look supernatural. For some fans, this is the entire appeal, but others find it too unrealistic, especially when compared with more grounded sports anime. The 1983 animation has also aged visibly. Reused footage, limited character movement, and repeated backgrounds were practical solutions for a long weekly television production, but they can make this show feel slow today. There is filler material as well, added partly because the anime was catching up with the manga, and that can make the pacing uneven. Some characters receive much more development than others, and Tsubasa's extraordinary talent can occasionally make him feel less vulnerable than his rivals. Critics sometimes prefer characters like Hyuga because their flaws, anger, and personal struggles create more obvious dramatic conflict. Still, those weaknesses are closely connected to what makes Captain Tsubasa memorable. It is not trying to simulate a realistic 90-minute match. It treats football as mythology, where the field becomes a stage for friendship, rivalry, sacrifice, and impossible ambition. The series helped define the language of sports anime for years, and its image of a child running toward a distant goal with a ball at his feet became a global symbol of football dreams. Whether you love the endless matches and wild techniques, or find them repetitive and ridiculous, the classic Captain Tsubasa era deserves respect for the scale of its cultural impact. This was Silencium, and if you enjoyed this trip through football anime history, subscribe to the channel for more videos. Until next time, keep the ball as your friend, keep your eyes on the goal, and never stop running toward your own World Cup dream.